channel. So you guys saw the speakers, you saw the, you helped me get the pods rolling. I know we've still got quite a bit of work to get those things smoothed and painted and ready to go, but I figured I'd go ahead and show you what's next. Wanted to show you what I'm going to run for a source and amplification of those, and kind of give you an idea how this is all going to go together. So what I decided to do for a head unit is kind of out of the norm. I'm not going to do a regular radio or anything like that. I think I'm going to go with a Surface Pro. Yeah, I know that sounds a little strange, but hear me out. I think you guys will dig this. So it's a Surface Pro 5. It's obviously a bit old, but I think I can make this thing do what I want it to do. What I'm probably going to do is build some sort of a center console overlay that I can slide the Surface tablet in and out of. The Surface docks are pretty cool. If you guys have never seen the Surface docks, they connect via a magnet into their own little slot on the side of the Surface Pro, and they'll put out, really, they'll give you a stereo DIN out, which we're not going to use. I'll get to that in a bit, but they'll supply power and, you know, video connections, stuff like that. Most of that I'm not interested in. What I did like is the fact that it would slide power and it connects via magnet. The other thing that I thought was pretty cool is when I looked at the power supply on one of those things, they are 15 volts at something like 4.5 amps. So it was nothing really at all to you know, feasibly get these to run off one battery in the truck while it's running. Because if you think about it, when the truck started, yeah, single battery is 12 volt, 12.5 volt, whatever, theoretically. But when you run the truck, just like any other 12 volt car, when you're running a system, you're running 14.5 volts if your alternator is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Granted, we don't want to draw some massive amount of current in this, and these things don't draw much. So we're looking at, you know, 4.5 volts via that docking station, really not supplying anything other than powering the Surface itself. So I don't think this will be that big a deal. So I did actually rig up the Surface dock, cut the power supply off of it, and split the wires out to positive and negative, and wired it to one of the batteries to see what it would do. Sure enough, when I started the truck, it does light up the docking station, and it does actually show that it's powering the Surface. So I know this is going to work. It's just a question of how do I get the rest of it put together. So kind of what I was thinking with the Surface, I'll build some sort of a console overlay that I can slide the Surface in and out of, making it easy for me to slide it out and take it with me. So if I'm parked someplace and some thief goes looking around, I don't have the doors on, they look in there and there's nothing in the center console, you know, maybe they'll turn around and they'll walk away. So as long as I hide everything else and not make it obvious that there's something in there, then, you know, maybe taking this in and out would would kind of make a thief turn around and go the other way. Just thinking there's nothing in there worth trying to smash and grab. So anyway, so that's going to be the new source and head unit. So the docking stations do have a stereo output jack, but I'm a little concerned that they don't put out enough voltage to really get you some good quality audio out to an amplifier to give you good quality or give me what I want to really be able to hear this going down the road. So I've opted to go with this. So this is a Topping D10S. For you guys that have never piddled around with computer audio, you can get pretty crazy sophisticated. This one's not, they're not breaking the bank. They're about $100. It's not really that big a deal, but they're very, very good quality. And what they do is, this one in particular, the reason I went with the D10S is it's powered via the USB, and its output out to RCAs is very, very good. So these have a nice output. Their sensitivity is incredibly high. Their signal to noise ratio is just insane. These things are very, very clear, and they put out a lot more than a stereo jack will on that docking station. So I think what we're going to do is USB from the docking station from the Surface to the D10S and use this as my DAC and my preamp. So we'll get our digital to analog conversion going out, and get a little bit more preamp coming out the RCAs, and then have signal leading to this bad boy. So this is another Kicker marine grade amplifier. While I'm not planning on getting these things submerged, I mean, obviously I do want to keep in mind that it's a possibility they might get wet. They're going to get dusty, obviously. It's a bit of a dirty environment driving around. But anyways, this is a Kicker 600.4. So it is a 4-channel amplifier. I'm not looking to push this very hard, so we're going to be wiring 4-ohm 4-channel stereo. So what I'm going to do is 2 outputs out of the D10S, and we'll go in. What I have are two double shielded RCA-Y cables, so we'll split them and run the two into 4 different inputs. The amp has a fader, separate gain control for the one side versus the other, so it'll give me the opportunity to kind of tone down what's coming out the back versus the front, so you do have more of a front stage sound. So that's kind of one of the reasons I went this route. I thought about going with a 2-channel amp and just have it run both of them and run at 2 ohm stereo. The problem is, the more current you start pulling, yes, you theoretically double the power output of the amplifier, but you start drawing more current from the battery, the charging system, which I'm trying to kind of minimize that as much as possible. So I think this will be a better way to go about doing this. It should give me 75 watts RMS per channel, which should be enough to make those 6.5 scream. So I think this is going to turn out nice. I'm looking forward to what we wind up doing with this. So anyways, I've shown you kind of what I have in mind, kind of what I have planned, and I guess in the next video we'll start getting some of this stuff installed. And obviously, like I said, I'm going to try to hide some of this stuff. I am going to try to put everything up top and build an overlay center console that will have all of this hidden up underneath it. The D10S, the docking station, the amplifier, and then the surface will just be able to slide in. The magnetic docking connection will just kind of latch it in place. So anyways, stick around with me as we move through some of these videos, and we'll start getting some of this stuff shoved in, and hopefully here in the near future we'll have a good audio setup coming out of this truck, and maybe I'll be out here enough to piss off the neighbors as I go down the street. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll keep you posted. All right, thanks. Later.